100%. During the pandemic, everybody started to realize the fragility of their existence when you work for a big company. Being a digital nomad, having the ability to be able to work wherever you want in the world, when have nothing other than a computer, a Wi-Fi, internet connection, and being able to make enough money to live your life on your own terms is the dream.
You're kind of creating markets through different partners, right? That would be a way to explain it.
Exactly. So on the social side, it is subscriptions, tipping, and then there will be some, but very few, but some ads that are in there. We're actually trying to build the platform in a way that we can be long-term successful in an ad-free environment. So that is the goal. And yeah, for creators on the tipping side of things, we don't take anything at all. On the subscriptions, we take a small fee. And then we're also going to build a platform that enables creators to monetize through NFT sales, token launches, all the sort of Web3 tools to be able to actually supercharge a creator's earnings ability. And then to your point, we also make money on the fintech side as well. So every time someone trades a stock, a cryptocurrency, an NFT, anything on platform, we are making money there. And then again, we take a percentage of all fintech oriented revenue and we pay it back to the creators in the community, which this is the way that they're going to really start to make a ton of money. As we grow and as total traded volume on our platform grows, the bonuses that are paid out to creators on a monthly basis are going to get very big very quickly. We're the world's first content enabled financial services company. Like we're servicing a massive public need by educating and entertaining people. We're a community focused platform. So like the entire thing doesn't work unless we have great content, great creators, and engaged audiences. And the financial services tools which we provide are really just closing the loop.
And so you think people will come for the content and then start using the tool? So it's all about creating compelling content or actionable market-moving insights so that people come and watch it and then they start saying, yeah, I might as well trade on this platform instead of Robinhood.
Yeah, well, it's not just like ideas. It's also news. There's educational content on there. Like there's a video that's uploaded today about, what is a 401k? And what should I be doing in this? Should I be maxing out my 401k? Why? There's a lot of stuff going on about people that are struggling to be able to find affordable housing right now. So there's creators that are talking about ways that you can finance your home, because I think everyone's experiencing difficulty in trying to buy a home. And as interest rates go up and sort of, the Fed's tightening things, it may be harder to get a traditional mortgage. So looking at alternative ways of financing. So really what we want to be is the centralized platform for financial content across the board. So not just trade ideas, but also educational content that can help people in the things that they struggle with in their everyday lives. How to save, how to set up and save for your child's college fund, or how to buy your first car, how to get yourself out of credit card debt. All of these things are kind of prerequisites to establishing good financial hygiene before you can get started investing.
And since the kind of coronavirus, everyone sort of rethought their whole life. Is this like also a play on like everyone wanting to live this nomadic lifestyle and day trading here and graphic design here and kind of living this double kind of or multiple revenue stream lifestyle?
100%. During the pandemic, everybody started to realize the fragility of their existence when you work for a big company and how quickly they'll lay you off. They don't really care that much about you. When things start to go south, they're quick to lay people off in terrible circumstances like during the pandemic. So people are looking to be able to provide themselves with alternative forms of income, of which trading and investing is becoming an extremely popular way of doing that. And, depending on when you've gotten started, people have been able to build huge nest eggs in a very short period of time, which allows them to be digital nomads. And I think that certainly for the younger millennials and the Gen Z generations, being a digital nomad, having the ability to be able to work wherever you want in the world and have nothing other than a computer, a Wi-Fi, internet connection, and being able to make enough money to live your life on your own terms is the dream. And I don't think there's any better proven way of doing that than investing in financial markets. And sometimes it doesn't even take, it takes a couple of minutes or maybe an hour a day of brushing up on, what's going on in the market and what you should be doing. It's not like a full-time commitment. It's not something where we're telling people, you need to be in front of your computer for every second of of the market open to close in New York. Like, this is something that you could be doing passively and still be really successful.
Yeah. Do you have any understanding of what the breakdown is in terms of geographic locations of your users so far?
So right now, yes, it's 100% US, because that's the only place where we currently have the platform launched. But really exciting that we're getting a ton of inbound sort of questions for when we're launching elsewhere. So LATAM right now is on fire. There's a lot of neobanking companies down there that are doing incredible things, introducing financial products, like basic financial products, to people that never existed. I mean, the amount of people in the Latin American markets that were unbanked, previous to the last 5 years was truly staggering. So now that these people are starting to get their money into banks, and internet accessibility is starting to become a more prevalent thing. They have mobile phones that allows them to be able to download apps like Trading TV. We're getting a lot of demand for the product from those markets and those regions, because even though the American markets, even though people live outside of the US, the American market attracts a global audience. Like, people want to be invested in the companies that are here in America because they tend to be the biggest and best companies, and they have global brand recognition, which is something that's unique for the United States and the American stock market.
Yeah, that's why you see such a huge growth in a lot of countries around the world that have more unstable kind of governments or financial markets, really like getting attracted to crypto and Bitcoin and that type of stuff as like a store of value, but like they be partially also because they can't really invest in the S&P or an index fund like we can, or Apple. It's sort of, so you have to kind of register yourself with like the Mexican government or the Brazilian government to offer the services there?
Yeah, you either that or through partnership. So we actually think about the expansion globally as probably the best way to do that is through B2B partnerships. So you take a company that already has an installed user base, and they are either already licensed or in the process of getting licensed, and you partner with them, in which Trading TV would be the content provider, and then the broker for their US trading operation. But yeah, I think you hit it on the head, right? Like, companies like Nike and Apple and Tesla, like people all around the world, doesn't matter whether you live in Vietnam, Colombia, India, like you've heard about those companies. Whereas the demand from US based investors to invest outside of the United States is still pretty small. I mean, if I asked you, what the number one company in India was right now, like you probably wouldn't know off the top of your head, or France or Italy, right? But if you ask any of those people in those countries what the number one company in America is, like they're going to know that it's Apple or Amazon. But I think, as we get further down the road, those opportunities existing, so people outside the United States to be able to invest in US based companies is unlocking a lot of potential value for them.